Hi, it's Katerina Marie, and today I'm going to be talking about my new purple hair, which I'm super excited about. So the process getting here was a little bit of a disaster, not like catastrophic, but a bit of one. But before I get into that, I want to show off the color. So this is what it looks like in like indoor ring light lighting. And I got a balayage, so like, I don't know how obvious it is in video, but like it starts off with my dark natural color and then kind of like gradients into the purple, which is cool. So then like I don't have to get it bleached again for, I mean, I could even go like a year and it wouldn't look like this harsh line when it grows out, which is why I think balayage is so great for stuff like this. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I love how the color turned out. I think it's really cool. I would eventually like to go for a pastel, purple pastel pink. Maybe like this kind of color would be really cool, but I'd also have to get it like really bleached to go that light. So probably not anytime soon, because I did have previous black hair dye in my hair, which I know is like the hardest thing ever to bleach out. So I'm sure that was like part of the problem, but before I went in, I did notify the salon. I was like, I've been dyeing my hair black every 6 months to every 12 months for years now. So there's like probably lots of layers of black dye on my hair before the bleaching. And like, so they knew that. And we even did like test strand, like bleach test strand and everything. So I always like reiterated, okay, the most important thing to me is like preserving the length and health of my hair. That's by far the most important thing. And unfortunately that was like, I guess, disregarded, whether on purpose or accident. I'm not too sure, but as you can see, it's pretty okay in like certain parts of it, but it only looks decent if it's curled, which I'll have to show another clip as to why that is. But when it's curled, it kind of conceals the like really awful damaged ends. And like I was expecting some amount of damage, because like any bleaching you do to your hair is never going to be like as it was. But I wasn't expecting it to be like literally fried on the entire bottom half of my hair. My hair has actually had so much breakage to it in the past 2 weeks since I got the bleach done that it's literally gotten shorter. Which is crazy. It's getting really thin at the ends too, but again, like having it curled helps conceal that a lot, because like ever since then I brush it really gently. I only brush it when it's dry, never when it's wet. And there's literally so many like tiny little hairs just breaking off all over the place. They like have coated my bathroom floor. It's pretty crazy. It's not very cute. So at the moment I'm looking into getting like not a huge chop, because like I just don't want to lose my long hair, but a chop for sure, and then probably halo extensions or clip-in extensions of some kind that I'll like dye to match my hair. So that'll be like in a future video update, but for now I want to show you guys the process of how I arrived here. So this is how my hair looked after the first round of bleach. You can see it was still really dark orange pretty much everywhere, and then about 2 weeks later they told me to come back in, so I was on my way to the salon for the second round of bleach. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm at the salon to get the next bleaching done on my hair. I'm so excited. And at this point, I was so excited to be getting it done. I had no idea of the crazy amounts of damage that lay ahead of me. And coming outside of the salon, there had been a lot of treatments and things put into my hair, so it still felt pretty soft at this point, and there was no like obvious breakage. And you can see that it never really got truly blonde. It was always like light orange in the lightest parts. And then so afterwards, I went ahead and mixed up Arctic Fox's Virgin Pink with their Purple AF to get the color that I ended up with, which I was happy with the color. It definitely wasn't the pastel of my dreams, but it still came out really cool. And at this point, I was straight out of the salon putting the dye in my hair, so I never had a chance to really notice how like crunchy it felt and like all the breakage until after like putting the dye in and then washing it out. Seriously, it took me a good 2 hours to get all this dye in my hair. Oh my gosh, and I was trying to rush too, but like at the same time I had to make sure it was super saturated because I didn't want any of like the orange peeking through. And here I am with the color all on. So yeah, I pretty much went all the way up to my root because there were like tiny little bits of the balayage that go really high up. So I wanted to make sure to get all of it. And you can kind of see I had like a little bit of a gradient going on here. It was like dark purple fading down to the magenta. I let it sit for about an hour and a half and then I rinsed it out.
You know we out here riding, chasing the horizon with you. I don't need to look no further. You are the one I'm certain, only one that I'll be holding. When you're loving me, it goes like.
So as far as the worst parts of the damage, most definitely I've noticed it's around the crown of my head. That hair by far feels like the crunchiest and like it's like the hardest to brush through. So like when I touch like these strands here, even the ends, they feel like not great, but a lot better than like these top pieces do. And I believe that is because when I was under the dryer at the salon, you know, it's on top of your head and it's around here on you. So like this hair on the top was getting the most direct heat. So like the bleach was processing a lot harder on those parts of my hair. And then as well, the other parts that I've noticed that suffered a lot were the under parts of my hair, like the nape of my neck and like around my hairline area. I've always heard that hair is a lot more fragile than the rest of your hair. And then on top of it, that was where she put the bleach on first. It was like starting down here and then kind of moving up and around. So this hair had the bleach on much, much longer than like other parts of my hair. So you can even see these hairs are like, some of them anyway, are so much shorter than the rest. Because literally some of it would just break off. Like look at these really short little pieces here. Like what is this? And I'm scared because, you know, like over these past couple weeks since I've had the second bleaching done, it's been like breaking off more and more. Like I'm finding split ends all the time. And every time I brush it, there's like a new pile of like little tiny split ends all over the bathroom floor. So I'm really afraid that like, you know, you might see my update video a month from now and, you know, my hair will be up here because so much of it broke off. I don't know. I've never had this kind of thing before, so I don't really know what's gonna happen. Another part of my hair that I've noticed is like mega giga damage, which is like all of this front parts. Like the bangs actually are completely fine. They feel really soft and they're very shiny. But these hairs in the front, at least as far as the way they feel really bad. And in general, I would say from like overall my hair from like here down-ish feels pretty terrible. And like I'm sure if I go to another salon and like I desperately need a haircut, they're gonna want to cut it like up to here, which like no, that's not happening. But I do know I need to get some of it cut for sure. But as far as the way it looks, like the shine, you know, the shine is definitely still there on my bangs because I think that part of my hair was only bleached one time. Honestly, it should never have been bleached a second time. If only I'd been told that. It was a terrible idea. I would not have done it, but here we are. So apart from like this top layer around my crown that's like way more damaged than the rest, the hair over here is actually pretty shiny looking. It doesn't look super fried. You know, like definitely like the very ends are really crispy and they have lost their luster. But yeah, I would say, you know, maybe 50% of my hair, like the nape of my neck, hairline area, and the very crown are like the worst fried of all, and the rest of it is like, it's okay. But a tragedy overall. I have to say, like for me personally, my hair was always my favorite thing about myself, and like I do still like it. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not as good as it used to be, and like it really sucks. It hurts a lot to be like, wow, I paid all this money to go to a professional and it didn't really get a professional result, and kind of paid money to like literally ruin part of my hair, like a big part of it. So that's pretty terrible, I have to say. Like overall, if I could go back in time, I would just be like, don't do it, stick with your boring black hair, just keep it But anyways, I guess all I can do now is just get a chop, never bleach it again, and keep doing lots of hair masks to it. And that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to see future hair updates. I definitely plan to do another video about my extensions process and like dyeing them to match, and then if there's any like, you know, maybe resolution from the salon about the whole thing. Yeah, but for now I'm like living the purple hair life. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.